eager to understand about transformation, let's try to answer some problem solving involving transformation. Okay, so in this video we'll be having 3 examples so that we can have a lot of practice, and from that I hope you can further understand the transformation or how do we use transformation. So the question here says, apply the indicated sequence of transformation to the rectangle, and then each transformation is applied to the image of the previous transformation, not to the original figure. Label each image with the letter of the transformation applied. Okay, so this one here is saying that, let's say if we do the letter A, and then the result of the letter A will be the pre-image or the basis of letter B. And then the result of letter B would be the pre-image of letter C. Okay, I hope that one is clear. And to answer this one easily, I actually prepared already some the needed, what do you call this one? Okay, okay, this is a problem a while ago, right? And then we have here just, I prepared already the needed figure below. Okay, so let's say we do first number letter A. So we have here x plus 2 and then y minus 1. So what do you think is this? What kind of transformation is this? This one is called what? Translation. Okay. So in translation, what do we do again? It's like we're trying to slide and remove a figure. And it's actually correct here because it says x plus 2 and then y minus 1. So sir, what does it mean again by x plus 2 and y minus 1? Okay, again, please take note that with regards to x, okay, x-axis, right? This one is our x-axis. And our direction for x-axis is either left or right. Okay. So once it's x plus 2, of course it's gonna be going to the right. And then if it's x minus 2 or x minus 3, anything, it's gonna be going to the left. So to answer that one, since it says, what's happening to Canva? Anyway, so it says x plus 2. So we have to move the figure 2 units to the right. And then it says y minus 1. Remember that the direction of y-axis is where? It's either up or down, the y-axis. And then it says y minus 1. That's why we will do what? One movement down. Okay? So let's do it already. So I'll just use the figure below, huh? We have here A. Okay. Let's say this is original position. Okay? And then what we will do is what? Two movement or two units to the right. So 1 and 2. And then 1 unit down because it says y minus 1. There you go. So that is the position of letter A. We get this one. Now, let's proceed to the next example. So the next one, or sorry, the next transformation is saying x comma y will be, is transformed into x comma negative y. So if it's this one here, what do you think is this? This is gonna be a reflection. This is okay, reflection. And since it's the y that becomes negative, it's actually across the x-axis. Okay, please take note of that. So if we will reflect the figure A, across the x-axis, again, it's the rectangle. So it would look like actually this one here. Again, take note your line of reflection is the y-axis. So letter B would look like this one. Okay, that's so simple, right? Now let's do the rotation. Okay, the rotation, it says we will move it where 180 degrees counterclockwise around the origin. Okay, let's try to check on the previous material we have. This one here. So it says, with regards to rotation, again, what's the given a while ago? The given says 180 degrees counterclockwise, right? So where is that? 180 degrees counterclockwise. So clockwise whether clockwise or counterclockwise, that's the same thing. So the x will become negative and the y will become negative. So let's take note of that. So the rule when it comes to excuse me, rotation and then 180 degrees counterclockwise, it's gonna be what? Negative x comma negative y. So we can actually use that one. So let's try to find first the coordinates here. What's the coordinate of our what's the coordinate of our rectangle B? What's our coordinates here? So we have, okay, I will just use here a different color. I hope Canva is okay because on my side it's like glitching, but I hope with the recording is okay. So what's the first coordinate here? What's this point here? This point is what? That's gonna be, I will just put here below, and it's gonna be 1 comma 0, right? That's 1 comma 0, this point here. How about this point here? This is 1 comma negative 2. How about this point here? That's gonna be negative 2 comma negative 2. I hope you can still follow the points. How about this point here? What's the coordinate here? This is negative 2 comma 0. Now, the rule for rotation, 180 degrees counterclockwise, it says the x will become negative and then the y will become negative. As simple as that. So what's gonna happen here? So, what's happening to Canva? There. So what it says, the first one is 1 comma 0. So remember, this is x comma y. So the x, so 1 will become negative 1. How about 0, sir? Do we have negative 0? We don't have negative 0, okay? That will still be 0. And then we have here negative 1 comma negative 2. So it will become the opposite sign, just to get the opposite sign. Negative 1 comma positive 2. How about negative 2 comma negative 2? It will become 2 comma 2. And then this one here, the negative 2 comma 0 will become 2 comma 0. Again, there is no negative 0. Okay? So what we do again? Listen. Here, it's going to be what? Negative x comma negative y. Please take note of this. This is for 180 degrees counterclockwise. So what do we do now? We try to plot those points. Where's negative 1 comma 0? Excuse me. Negative 1 comma 0, it's on this point, right? Next, where is negative 1 comma 2? It's here. Now, where is 2 comma 2? It's here. And lastly, where is negative 2 comma sorry. This one here should be what? Positive 2. I'm so sorry for that. Take note this is negative 2. It will become positive 2. So that's 2 comma 0. And that's this one here. That's why when you try to rotate the figure, letter C should be where? It should be here. There you go. That's letter C. Okay? After rotation of 180 degrees counterclockwise. Again, take note of the rule. Negative x comma negative y. Now, let's do letter D. Letter D is another what? Another translation. Okay, we'll change the color. It's gonna be color green here. So we'll change the color. So this is what? Again, translation. There. So it says x plus 2 and then y plus 1. So again, it's just x plus 2. So we're gonna move the figure 2 units to the right, and then it also says y plus 1. So 1 unit up. Again, if it's plus 2 on x, it's to the right. Plus 1 on y, it's gonna be going up. So where's the letter D? This one here. So don't worry about the orientation because this one here is a rectangle. Now, if it's the original figure is here, again, the original figure of this is the C. And then it says we will move 2 units to the 2 units, right? So 1, and then 1 unit up. So here will be our letter D. I hope this one is still clear. Now let's do letter E. Letter E, what is that? It says the x comma y will become 2x comma 2y. That's gonna be what? It's gonna be dilation. And our scale factor is what? This is dilation. The scale factor is 2 because it says 2x and 2y. So actually, I already prepared the figure here already. Okay, but let's try to go first with the coordinates. Okay, let's check first our coordinate here. Again, our free image is letter D. Okay, let's check our coordinates. What is the coordinate of, excuse me, where is that color green? What's wrong with Canva? Now, the coordinate here, we have this point here. What's this? This point is 4, comma 1. Okay, this point here is 4, comma 3. This point here is 1, comma 3. And this point is what? This is 1, comma 1. I hope you can still follow. Please focus on the green one. Now, what do we do? It says we will multiply by 2, right? So, the 1, comma 3, what will happen to 1, comma 3? What will happen to 1, comma 3 when you multiply it by 2? Both x and y. It's gonna be, okay, I will just put here in the left. Initially, the coordinates, what's wrong with Canva? Anyway, it's 1, comma 3, and then we also have 4, comma 3. We also have um, 4, comma 1, and then 1, comma 1. So it says our scale factor is 2. So simply, we will just multiply everything with 2. What's 1 times 2? That's 2. What's 3 times 2? That's 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. 4, comma 1. So 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1. Sorry, 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 2 is 2. So these are the new coordinates when you try to use the scale factor of 2 from the original figure D. So where is 2, comma 6? So 2, comma 6. It's here. Okay. Then where is 8, comma 6? 8, comma 6 is here. And then where is 8, comma 2? 8, comma 2 is here. And then 2, comma 2 is actually here on this color figure here. There. That's why when we try to dilate the figure D, okay, so correction, this one is gonna be figure E already. This is the result of letter D. It's gonna be here. That's why this is gonna be our final answer for letter E. And then for letter F, it says list down the coordinates of the vertices of the rectangle. Okay, so actually this one here is from from okay, letter E. So from E. So what's our coordinates here? Actually the answer is already here. Oh. We have 2 comma 6, we have 8 comma 6, 8 comma 2, and 2 comma 2. So that's the answer for letter F. Okay, so I hope this one is clear. This is our first example. Okay, so let's have our next example. So this is to help us further understanding the topic of transformation. So take note. Okay, we'll just put your label first. This one here, letter A is okay. Okay, let's have our next example. Again, this one here, we just have the same instruction, but we just change some numbers in doing the transformation. So take note that the A here is what? This is translation because what we're trying to do is we're trying to change the location of the x and y. So to answer this one here, I have this one pala. Okay. Again, letter A is translation. Okay. And then what we will do in translation, take note that we're just trying to move a figure, right? In translation. Actually, I prepared here already the image. There you go. Okay, we have your A. And then it says x plus 2 and then y minus 4. So x plus 2, that's gonna be 2 units to the right. 1 and 2. And then it says y minus 4. So we have to go down 4 units. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I hope this one is clear. Now, so that's the result or that's the image of our letter A, the translation. Now, let's do the letter B. Okay, in letter B, what's that? This one is actually, again, a reflection because we changed the sign. Okay, it's gonna be a reflection of. Okay, now let's check. Where do you think is our line of reflection? So since we changed the sign of the x, it's the x that becomes negative. Our line of reflection would be our what? Y-axis. Okay, y-axis. My handwriting is very good. Axis. There you go. So if the y-axis will be our line of reflection, so the letter B would actually look like this one because we just try to mirror or flip the figure across the y-axis. That's it for letter B. Now, let's do the rotation of 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay? To verify this one, let's check on our table a while ago. We have this one, right? So if we will do 90 degrees counterclockwise, the rule is what? Negative y comma x. Let's go back. So it's gonna be, the rule should be what? Excuse me. The rule would be negative y, I'll put here negative y, and then comma x. So to do this one properly, what do we do is we try to check first the coordinates of letter B. Okay, let's check the coordinates. So this point, what is the coordinate on this point? This is 0, comma, negative 1. Okay, this one is 3, comma, negative 1. This one here is, excuse me, 3, comma, negative 3. And then this point here is what? That's going to be 0, comma, negative 3. I hope we're still clear. Now, what will happen? What's the rule of rotation 90 degrees counterclockwise? It's going to be negative y, comma, x. That's going to be color yellow here. Okay, put the yellow. So it's going to be negative y, comma, x. Okay. Remember, this is x, this is y. Okay. So what's the y on the first one? It's negative 1. And then we will get the negative. It's going to be positive 1. And then comma 0. There. And then same thing with this. So it's the y here is negative 1. We'll get the negative. So it's going to be positive 1 and then comma 3. Okay, I hope we're still good with this. Now, how about 3 comma negative 3? So we will get the y negative 3 and we will make it negative. So negative of negative 3, that's going to be positive 3. And then comma, I'll just copy the 3. And then lastly, again, this is negative 3. We'll make it negative negative 3, right? So that's going to be positive 3. And then comma, I just copy the 0. So these are our new coordinates. 1 comma 0, 1 comma 3, 3 comma 3, and then 3 comma 0. Excuse me. So we will just try to plot those, okay? Where is 1 comma 0? 1 comma 0 is here. How about now 1 comma 3? 1 comma 3 is here. Next, we have 3 comma 3. Where is 3 comma 3? So 3 for x and then 3 for y. It's here. And then lastly, we have 3 comma 0. Where's 3 comma 0? It's actually here. That's why when we try to rotate the figure B here, it would actually look like, okay, I prepared already the letter C here, and then we rotate it. It would look like this one here. Okay, that's letter C. I hope that one is clear. Now, let's do letter D. Okay, letter D. Let's just change the color of our pen. So take note that, okay, again, now the letter A is translation, B is reflection, C is rotation. Okay, D. D is again another what? Translation. So this is also a translation. And translation is the easiest, right? So it's like we will just do the counting of moving the figure. So we have here, okay, excuse me, this our point D. So I will just copy first the positioning or the orientation of our point C or our figure C, this one. Okay, excuse me. Then what we will do is we will move this 2 units to the right because it says x plus 2, and then 1 unit to the up, okay, because it says y plus 1. Okay, let's continue. So 2 units to the right, so 1 and 2, and then 1 unit up. There you go. That's it, as simple as that. That's translation, right? Now let's do our letter E. Okay, for letter E, okay, before I do letter E, maybe let's do first let's check first the coordinates of our letter D, because we'll be needing that one. Okay, so our coordinates, mhm, figure D. What is, okay, let's go, what's wrong with Canva? Here, okay, we have this point. What's the coordinate on this point? This is 3, comma 4. This point is what? That's gonna be 5, comma 4. And then, um, this point is 5, comma 1. And then this point here is what? Excuse me. This is 3, comma 1. Okay, I hope we're still clear. Now, what we will do uh, is since what's our scale factor? It's 2, right? It's 2. So we will just apply the scale factor of 2. So since it's more than 1, we will multiply. We will just multiply it. So our scale factor is 2. So it's gonna be what? 3 comma 4 will become 6 comma 8 because we just simply multiplied 3 by 2 and then 4 by 2. Excuse me. This is gonna be 5 times 2 is 10 and then comma 8 and then 10 comma 2 and then 6 comma 2. Again, we just multiplied all the numbers here by 2. Okay? So our new coordinate will be what? We have first is 6 comma 8. Where is 6 comma 8? 6 and then comma, where's 8? 6 comma 8 here. And then where is 10 comma 8? Actually, I guess I made a mistake here, right? Because the figure is like outside of our Cartesian plane. Anyway, that's okay. When your exam it would extend, you can actually extend the drawing. And then, where is 10 comma 2? 10 comma 2, where's that? 10, and then comma 2. And then we have 6 comma 2 there. So our figure would look like this one. So let's just try to move the figure E here. Okay, let's rotate it there. There you go. So it would look like this one. So that is the figure E. And then that's it. For the letter F, which is to list down the coordinates, so our answer would be this one already. We have the 6 comma 8, 10 comma 8, 10 comma 2, and 6 comma 2. So I hope this one is clear. Okay, so this time let's do our 13 last example for the transformation. So again, this one here, I still have the same instruction, but we just change some of the numbers in our transformation here. So let's start answering this one. This one here, okay. Below are already the figures, the preferred figures to answer our questions immediately. So we have here, okay, the first one, take note again, this is what? Translation. Okay, in our translation here, it says x plus 3 and then y minus 2. So meaning to say, what we will do here is we will move the figure 3 units to the right, okay? And then 2 units down. Because again, when we do have our x-axis, when we move along the x-axis, it's either only left or right. And then when we move along the y-axis, it's going to be up or down. So let's say our original figure is here. And then we will move 3 units to the right. So 1, 2, and 3. And then 2 units down. 1 and 2. Okay, I hope this one is clear. There you go. So 3 units to the right, 1 unit down. Now, that's it for letter A. Now let's do letter B. Letter B, okay, take note that our letter B here is what? This is again another reflection. And when we do reflection, my handwriting is very good. Okay, this is reflection. When we do reflection, it says, diba, here that the y will become negative. So if our y is negative, take note that our um, line of reflection would be what? It's the x-axis. If it's the opposite side, if it's the opposite one, if let's say x becomes negative, our line of reflection is the y-axis. But in this case, again, the negative one is the x, sorry, is the y. That's why the line of reflection is the x-axis. So let's try to reflect the figure A across the x-axis. So our figure B would be here if we will reflect it across the x-axis. That's it. Okay, for letter B. Now, let's do the rotation of 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, let's check and first the rule. So, again, the rule for 90 degrees clockwise is what? It's gonna be y comma x. Okay, y comma x. So I will put here the rule. It's gonna be there. So it's color yellow. The rule is y comma negative x. Okay, let me check again. So y comma negative x. Okay, there you go. Yes, ma'am. Okay, what's happening to Canva? Okay, now to do this one, to do the letter C, let's get first the coordinates of our letter B. Okay, what is our coordinate here? Is what? It's gonna be negative 1 comma 0. Okay, how about on this point? This one is what? It's gonna be 2 comma 0. How about this point here? Sorry, let's do this one first. This one is what? 2 comma negative 2. And then, what do we have next? Excuse me. What do we have next? We also have this point here is negative 1 comma negative 2. Okay, I hope we're still clear. And again, let's try to write the rule for the 90 degrees clockwise. The rule is y comma negative x. So y comma negative x. So I'll just put here, this is x comma y, right? Let's get the y first. So just copy 0, 0, negative 2, negative 2. I just get first the y because nothing happens at the y. And then we will do the negative x. This is negative 1. So if we get the negative of negative 1, it's going to be positive 1. This is 2. If you get the negative of 2, it will become negative 2. Same thing with this, negative 2. And then this one here will become what? Positive 1. So now, to do the rotation, let's get the coordinates, or let's graph them. First, we have 0, comma 1. Where is 0, comma 1? It's actually here. Now, let's do the 0, comma negative 2. It's actually on there. And then negative 2, comma negative 2 is actually here. And then last one, we have negative 2, comma 1. It's actually here. So when we try to connect those points, that will be the answer for letter C. That is our rotation. 90 degrees clockwise. I'll just put here the figure. And there you go. So that's the answer for letter C. I hope we're still clear. Now, let's do the letter D. Okay? Let's do letter D. I'll just copy first the letter C. Is it hard to? There you go, 90 degrees. So if our original figure is here, that is letter C, and then what do we do? It says x plus 4 and then y plus 2. So what will happen here is we will add, we will move to the right 4 times, right? Because it says x plus 4. So 1, where's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we will move it 2 units up because it says 5 plus 2. 1, 2. I hope this one is still clear with you. Again, we move 2 units, 4 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 units to the up. 1, 2. Okay, now that is letter D. And last one, letter E. So it's again another dilation. Okay, letter D, E is dilation. However, what is our scale factor here? It's 3. Okay, and to do that one, let's get first the coordinates of letter D. What are our coordinates for the figure D? Let's get first this point here. What's this point? This is 2, comma, 3. Okay. How about this point here? This is 4, comma, 3. How about this point here? This is 4, comma, 0. And lastly, this point here is what? 2, comma, 0. I hope we're still clear with this one. Now, what do we do? Since our our scale factor is 3, so we will just multiply everything with 3. So this is 2 comma 3. So what's 2 times 3? That's 6. What's 3 times 3? That's 9. Again, multiply everything with 3. Now let's do this. 4 comma 3. What's 4 times 3? That's 12. What's 3 times 3? It's gonna be 9. How about this one? 4 comma 0. What's 4 times 3? 12. What's 0 times 3? That's still 0. How about 2 comma 2? Sorry, 2 comma 0. 2 times 3 is 6. And then 0 times 3 is also 0. So these are the coordinates of our figure E. So let's plot it. Where is 6 comma 9? 6 comma 9 is here. Okay. Then 12 comma 9 is actually here. Then 12 comma 0 is here. And then 6 comma 0 is here. So when you try to connect those figures, actually, that is the answer for our letter E. Oops. Let's just move this one here. There you go. So let's put it here. We're 1 unit short. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's correct. It's 9. So that's the answer for letter E. And then for the letter F, list the coordinates of the vertices of the rectangle. That's actually from letter E. Okay, again, of letter E. Of letter E. So to answer that one, these are the answers already. 6, comma 9, 12, comma 9, 12, comma 0, and then 6, comma 0. These are the answers for letter F. So I hope this one is already clear with you. So this is how we answer the transformation, okay?